It's a little bright in here right now, so you've got to use your imagination. And imagine that it's the darkest night of the year. And imagine that you're on a journey through a wasteland, neither desert nor forest, uncultivated, uninhabited, nobody there except maybe a few shaggy sheep and a few shaggier shepherds. Imagine that your journey leads you to a cave. Small, low, even darker than the night outside. And even before you get inside, you can sense, you can smell the presence of animals. You know there's life stirring in the shadows in that cave. And so you enter. But instead of the darkness, which is all you saw outside, suddenly you discover that the cave opens up onto a whole new world. Lush vegetation, greenery, flowers, a gentle stream, fruit trees of every kind, animals of every species, moving around playfully and peacefully, the whole scene bathed in a light that comes not from the sun or the moon or the stars. That's what the saints who wrote our liturgy ask us to imagine when we look at the manger. Bethlehem has opened up and revealed the Garden of Eden. Paradise has become a cave. And the Virgin's womb, a cherubim throne. What was paradise? Paradise was that original good world that God created, where everything was good, everything had a reason, everything had a purpose, and we human beings, the only creatures made in God's image, after God's likeness, stood at the center of it all to orchestrate everything according to God's good will. In that original paradise, there was peace. And when you look at the manger, I bet peace is one of the first things you think of. There's peace there. A peaceful little family, calm animals, Jews and Gentiles, rich magi and poor shepherds, all there together, angels and people, everybody focused on the center of the scene. The person the prophet Isaiah called God with us. That's how it was supposed to be. Adam and Eve could have walked with God in the cool of the evening in the garden. When we look at the manger, we see the possibility of paradise once again. But the epistle to the Hebrews says more. The epistle says that this little baby, God with us, Jesus Christ, truly God and now truly human, gives us access. Another door opens, and you and I are allowed to enter what the epistle to the Hebrews calls the Holy of Holies, the place where God's people come into His presence and worship Him. The manger opens up onto these doors, the royal doors of this altar. Because Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Bethlehem in Hebrew, it means the house of bread. The flesh and blood that are trying to keep warm in that manger on a winter's night are present in the bread and wine of this Eucharist. The body and blood that will grow up and be sacrificed to make peace between God and humanity, to undo the damage of sin, to reverse the curse of death. That body and blood are here on this altar. Only Jesus Christ, truly God and truly man, could make peace between God and humanity. Only Jesus Christ, true God and true man, born in the house of bread, can offer us the only food that nourishes us, because the journey's not over yet. We are not yet where God invites us to be. Today we can catch a glimpse, though, that God's plan for us includes a bigger family than the one that will gather around your tree or around your table today. St. Paul says that you and I have been made fellow citizens with the saints, members of the household of God, the adopted brothers and sisters of this little baby lying in the manger. That's the family we're journeying to join. Today we can catch a glimpse that there are greater delights to be had than everything under your tree, than everything that will be on your table today. And the only reason those gifts and those foods and drinks have any place in Christmas is because those gifts and those treats point to the greatest gift of all, the only one that will endure. But we're not there yet. You've made it this far on a day when a lot of other people are too distracted by the holiday to celebrate Christmas. You've made it this far. You've made it to the manger. But he's not going to stay there, and we can't either. He's going to grow up, and we have to also. And so while you're here, I challenge you. Come on up. And while he's little and not frightening and easy to love, look in the eyes of God-made man and promise him that you will follow him to the finish line, to an enduring peace, to an eternal paradise, where his plan is that you and I should sit down with the angels and the saints in the banquet of the kingdom of heaven to unwrap the only gifts that will last forever: a share in God's life and a share in God's love.